Beautiful people, what to do, what to do. Good morning. Yes, right now it's the morning time for me. It is actually 7:37 on a beautiful Sunday. Yes, we're in October, and if you're living anywhere near north of Arizona or maybe one of the northern states, you know already we're feeling this damn cold. Southern state, like the southern states, nah. Phoenix, all those areas, they're still hot as fuck. They still get up into the 90s, man. But, when it dips down kind of like to 60 for them, like, oh my God, it's cold. Shit, do you know how much I would love to have 60-degree weather again in the evening? I ain't gonna lie, I miss it. I do. I miss it. I miss that warm weather. But being back home, I get to see all this beautiful scenery, this change of scenery. This morning I took a drive around Flagstaff, but here's what I'm going to do today though. Before I get go any further, I am going to do a big old huge Q&A on myself because I got a whole bunch of questions asked, and some were very Google based. One of my friends sent me a Google based Q&A, but there were some others that folks sent me, and one of them was, how often do you get out and explore the city, Philip? I was supposed to say Big Daddy, but I use my government name. I get out as often as I can just to look around, mostly because just to see how much shit has changed, especially on the South Side. I'm still hearing the same shit from people who used to live on the South Side, black folks who don't live here no more. Flagstaff just ain't the same. Home just ain't the same. No, it's not the same. We were, in our defense, we were lied to a lot about how we can fix up our neighborhoods. We were never told how we can just do this stuff, or either that we were just plain not fucking interested. We weren't interested in improving our own infrastructure. Okay. And then people talk about gentrification nowadays and stuff like that. And, you come on the South Side. Yes, South Side is gentrified as fuck. Stuff that I say they to a whole bunch of things. And you probably know what I mean. They never wanted to invest money into the South Side because they knew eventually they were going to get the South Side back, and congratulations, they fucking did. But we never tried ourselves. We never got off our asses. The thing about here's something I noticed about black folks and Mexican folks. Yes, I'm gonna put my own people on blast a little bit. We don't want to get shit done until someone initiates first. They want someone else to be the fall guy, the scapegoat, because they don't want to put their name out there. It takes a crazy brave person to initiate shit. I'm just as fucking guilty. Okay? I'm not gonna lie, I'm just as guilty. I want to see if someone else is gonna take the initiative first and then roll with it. That's why I get the big old shout out to my cousin James, because he was always going to the city council meetings. He was giving them hell. Matter of fact, he got kicked out of a few city council meetings because he gave him so much hell. Him and Manny. I'm not gonna give last names. Excuse me, folks. I'm just my throat's all foggy this morning. Actually, it gets like that when I have a lot of stuff to say. My throat chakra is like, okay, yeah, speak your truth. You got some shit to say, man. Go ahead and say it. And I'm going to. Long story short, it's our fault that the South Side went away. It's our fault because we always have a choice. We just chose not to. In our defense, when the crack cocaine era happened and when we were knee deep in the shit, I really feel the government really pumped all these drugs and shit into these neighborhoods just so they can get the shit years later on. They made rules, they made regulations concerning, if you're a drug dealer or if you were caught using, you lost everything. And that gave them, which I learned later on, eminent domain. It gave the city and the government a lot of eminent domain rules over people's houses, over property, over everything. And it was fucked up. We were never given a fighting chance. At one point, I was going to go to real estate school, real estate school, just so I can learn a lot of these rules instead of picking up a book like a normal human being, but I've never been normal. so I can learn a lot of these rules. I try to fight for the neighborhood. Me and a couple other people were going to do this. But it just felt like we were getting no support. And when it feels like you get no support from your people, when you see people would rather get their own people sick off some fucking drugs and then later on come around threaten you, hey, you really don't want to do this. You don't, okay? There's a lot of money involved, and we'd really hate to see something happen. I'm like, oh, okay. And this is the folks, and this was from family. Money comes before family, in case you didn't know. And I've learned that in the last couple of weeks myself. But yeah, there was a lot of things that I've seen happen on the South Side, and there's stuff that we could still do. The few of us who are left, I'm just kind of disheartened, and I'd rather just bide my time somewhere else, someplace that that wants to fight for their neighborhood and stuff. Excuse me 1 second. I had to drink some tea because my throat was getting kind of foggy again. I call it foggy. It's just my words. Okay. Anyway, folks, I hope you're doing good. God damn it, Big Daddy loves you, man. I really hope y'all living your best lives. I really hope y'all out there pursuing your dreams, pursuing your goals, and I hope you get to a point where you stop pursuing both and you start living them. And I hope you start just jumping knee deep into the waters and just doing your best life, man. Because we only got this one life. Death comes for us all. All this bullshit with politics and neighborhoods and stuff like that. And in the end, folks, death is the currency that awaits us all. So why not live your best life? Fight for what you believe in. Discard the rest, because it doesn't matter. It's not going to matter in the fucking end. Trust me. I've had to come to that conclusion several times myself in the recent weeks, being back here in Flagstaff and just having a lot of time to just, think and reflect and feel shit out. And, I realize that for me personally, I'm someone who has to be doing something. I can't be sitting around the damn house relaxing all the time and not doing nothing and this and that. And I can't do it. I hate contentment. I'm serious, folks. I know it's a strong word. I hate contentment. I don't like being content because that means you've given up. If you're content with your house and all the stuff, your way you're living your life, man, that just feels like giving up. It feels like you have nothing else to strive for, or I don't know. That's just me. I'm getting into a point where I'm trying to not be worried about my words anymore, because I know people are going to say whatever they want to say, and there's nothing you can do about it. The only thing I can do is control what's in me. And I've gotten to a point where I don't give a shit if people don't like my words, don't like my opinions, because they're mine. They don't have to be around me. They don't have to listen to me. Just like I don't like to listen to half of the shit that they talk about. But me being the supportive person I am, I do support their opinions, because it's theirs. We all have this beautiful thing called freedom of speech here in America, because we're a bunch of spoiled fuckers. We are. We're all spoiled. We're all entitled. We live in America. We all have liberties and shit like that. Not better. No, there's some other countries that have more liberties, more liberties than us, more freedoms than us. We're not the only country that has liberties and freedoms and shit like that, even though everyone says America is the greatest country. But I'm not going to get into that rant right now, because we're going to do Q&A. All right, let's get this started. Big Daddy, is your name named after someone else? Now, if you're talking about my government name, yes. My grandma named me. She named me after St. Philip. Actually, I'm named after two saints, St. Philip and St. Anthony. If you ask me what they did, I have no idea anymore. All I know is that my grandma she wanted my name after two saints. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Do I feel like my name anymore? No. I'm serious, folks. I couldn't be more serious in this. I don't feel like my government name anymore. I don't feel like the person who embodies this name anymore. I feel like a complete different person. I feel like at times I want to change my name. Matter of fact, at home, I went to the Coconino County Law Library. Okay, and I was grabbing some paperwork for massage stuff, and I seen a packet of how to legally change your name. So I did. I grabbed that packet. I filled it out. I even filled out the new name I want. The name of someone who embodies this new person. Is there a last name? No. It's just a first name, just one simple word. I'm not gonna tell you what it is because I don't want no one to steal it. I'm serious. I'm not gonna say it because like I said, I don't want no one to steal it, and I don't want. I don't care if people pass judgment. This is something for me, and I've noticed people talk about their business too much. And you don't have to tell everyone your business. There's a lot of stuff that I don't say because a lot of people just ain't going to get it. A lot of folks just ain't going to just understand where the words are coming from or how I'm feeling and stuff like that. Your words aren't for everybody because not everyone's at that level. And that's fine, especially when it comes to the names and stuff like that. Your name has power. And when I embody this other person, I get shit done. It's like he closes off the world. He focuses like laser ass focus on what needs to be done when it comes to, moving or getting life shit done, to writing, to doing podcasts. Right now, I'm embodying that person. And I feel good. I feel like he can get the job done better than when I use my government name. And that's not a slight against my family or anything like that, because not everything is about them. This is about me. And who knows? One of these days, I might introduce myself as this new name. And y'all going to be like, I'm sorry, who? We're looking for Big Daddy. Who's this? Oh, man, I told one of my homeboys that already. He was like, he's like, that makes a lot of sense. He goes, for a while, I've noticed this change in you. And he goes, I feel it too. You don't feel like this person anymore. You feel like this other person who you're growing into. Thank you. At least you understand. Have I told any of my family? Well, they'll probably listen to it after this and get to questioning me and shit, and that's fine. It's just how I feel. So, yeah, I'm named after two saints, St. Philip and St. Anthony, who I don't feel like anymore, but we'll see what happens. Okay? We'll see what happens. And yes, this is coming from Google quiz because she sent me this link. She goes, I want you to answer these. Or some of them. Okay. I will answer some of them. What is my favorite color? I'm sorry. Big Daddy, what is your favorite color? Black. Why? Because black is beautiful. There's nothing people always talk about. It's just a Black Sunday. No, was it Black Sunday, Black Friday, and all that good stuff. To me, black is not an evil color. It's been a color that's been, villainized. And to me, it's not an evil color because that would mean I'm fucking evil, and I ain't fucking evil. My black people ain't fucking evil. Black is a very beautiful color. It goes with everything. I don't care what people say. It goes with every fucking thing. It's just to me, it embodies power. It embodies respect. And I've noticed it could be middle of summer and I'll still see people wearing black t-shirts and shit like that. Black pants or something black. And because it's just a cool color. It really is. It's a cool, fun color, man. And I don't regret it being my favorite color. Half my clothes are black. There was one time when I was in my little goth phase, I had all black clothing and my family kind of sat there and they just looked at me. You depressed? No. Why? Why you got all your clothes are black? Okay, but I'm buying them. Why are you worried? Don't worry about what the fuck I do. Shit. I had to tell him that several times. Don't you want to buy some other clothes that are different colors? No, first of all, you want me to buy clothes that are different colors. Don't ask me what I want. Don't you think? No, I think that I need to just do what I do and you mind your fucking business. I love black. Okay? I just love it. So there's that. Big Daddy, what's your favorite number? 13. 13, for some reason, has always been my favorite damn number. Whenever I see the number 13, whether on the license plate or in public, on the clock, somewhere, to me, it's not a bad number at all. Even though society has put a bad stigma on the number 13. To me, 13 is a lucky fucking number. If you look it up in numerology, it's one of the luckiest numbers on there. If you look at it as a life path number, it's one of the fucking luckiest numbers that you have. If you're born on the 13th, like I have several friends and nieces and nephews, hell, they're lucky. It's like things come to them naturally and magically, and it's fun as shit watching them, just live their truth by this number sometimes. There's nothing wrong with the number 13. Sometimes I want to look up why 13 is a unlucky number. Excuse me real quick. Sorry. I do. Sometimes I want to look it up. But I'm like, no. I don't give a shit what they say about why number 13 is bad luck. Fuck that. I don't give a shit. To me, it's a beautiful number. So I don't know. People have some weird shit, man, that they put stigmas on and everything. And I'm gonna break from the questions real quick. Well, I'm parked in Brandon Homes. I'm parked by Old Arroyo Baseball Park, which is now one of the Diamondbacks, whatever, baseball fields. I have never seen more people walk through here on these trails walking their damn dogs. Okay. I'll just say it. There's a lot of white folks around here walking around and they walk past while I'm doing the podcast right now. They're just looking at me like, what is he doing? Back in the day, we wouldn't have gave a shit. Back where I'm sitting at right now, we used to come out here from after hours and have parties or just come back and just sit back and have barbecues while everyone played baseball. And some of the college students would come, hey, you guys want to play cake ball? And let's play cake ball. Let's do this. Or softball or something. We had fun. And I ran into a few of them over the past couple of years. Hey, you guys still doing the thing up there in Old Arroyo? I tell them, nah, you should go look at it now. So they go look and they catch up with me later on. They're like, what the fuck happened to our park? I'm like, exactly. It may look beautiful now, but they're white kids too, but what's up with all the white folks around there? They go, where in the hell did all these white people come from? And like I said, remind you, they're white themselves. And I'm like, dude, I don't know. I have no fucking clue. I said, people started coming here and buying shit, and we started selling, and then they realized that they weren't getting the full price. They were getting bamboozled. They go, you know whose fault that is? They go, it's that one bitch's fault. I said, yeah, it is that one bitch's fault. I said, but what can we do? The damage is done. But yes, they crack me up when they say, what the fuck are all these white people doing up here? They're walking around. They're just living carefree. They go, fuck, if that had been you guys back in the day and said, we seen it a couple times, you guys would have been pulled over and had guns drawn on you and every damn thing. I said, I know. I said, you remember what used to happen at the baseball field? Here they come, fucking swatting everybody. They would leave you guys alone. I know, they would leave us alone and they would just fuck with y'all. I said, I know. I said, how times have changed, huh? They go, man. They go, won't you guys move with us? And trust me, some of them, some live in Baltimore, some live in Texas, some live in Napa Valley. There it goes, Napa Valley. I was like, what the hell? There is no such thing as a Kalamazoo Valley. I don't know why that even came to my damn head. Some live in Napa Valley, and they listen to the podcast. And fam, I'll come visit because I don't feel at home here anymore. I really don't. So I'll come visit. I'll come check out the spot. And if you guys are serious, then you know what? Let's link up. Let's look at your cities. All right. Back to Q&A. Big Daddy, what's a movie you'll never see? Passion of the Christ. I have no desire to see that fucking movie. I don't. I remember when that movie came out and people were going apeshit over it. There were churches, like here in Flagstaff, all the churches were buying tickets, and their whole congregations would give their congregations tickets, and they would have that damn movie theater filled up. Well, at the time, I was off and on over there, still working over there when it came out. But now I'll never go see that movie. I have no desire to see that movie, and it's not a religious thing. I just don't want to see it. There's just something about that movie that just makes me nervous. And people say, well, that, you know, and I've told people this before. They tell me, well, you know, it's because you're not religious anymore. It's because you live the way you live. That has nothing to fucking do with it. Nothing. When I'm sitting here thinking about it now, I think it's because I've read the Bible, you know, back in the day when I was Catholic. I read the Bible front to back several times. You know, priests pick out the you know, the proverbs and shit like that of what they feel that they're going to talk about for that day, but they're not keeping it real. You got to take the sweet with the sour, and they would never talk about the bad proverbs that warn people, like deathly warn people, no, don't do this, don't do it, because this could happen. And then nothing. They would always do, no, Catholic priests are weird. That's all I got to say. Catholic priests are weird. Good people, they generally want to help people, but at the same time, I guess it's all the lessons I was learning back then in Catholic, my Catholic days, and them wanting me to be a priest, and I was actually studying to be a priest. I never questioned shit, but it took another priest to open my eyes to a lot of shit that the Catholic religion is about. I just wasn't cool with it. And I think that's why I just don't want to go see Passion of the Christ, because it is more based on the Catholic version of the story of Jesus than other books and other in their forms and shit like that. I guess I get triggered by it. I just don't want to see the fucking movie. So there's that one. No. Big Daddy, are you a disciplined person? Depends on what. When it comes to my martial arts, yes, I'm damn disciplined. When it comes to my money now, I am damn disciplined. Okay. When it comes to my stocks and shit like that, me doing my portfolio, I'm disciplined. When it comes to love and accepting love and being kind and being generous, just being a good old overall human being, instead of trying to being a good black man or black or Mexican or Blaxican or Afro-Latino, shit like that, I kind of suffer there, because I'm more worried about being a good human being to my fellow human being. I am worried about my fucking color nowadays. I just have no interest in it, because people are suffering. I guess being in Prescott Valley just really opened my eyes to the bullshit of how I want to treat people. I don't want to be like them, closed-minded, secular in their little world and shit like that, and not wanting to expand my horizons or nothing like that. No, they really turned me off on closed-mindedness and conservatism and shit like that. Sure, a lot of folks will argue, well, you got to be conservative about something. I ain't got to be shit. You got to be whatever you got to be. I will continue to be and strive to be a better human being every day, because we can't be a good nation without loving and taking care of all of our people at the same time, no matter who they are. But this is a nation where, no, if you look like us, if you act like this, if you act like that, if you be a certain way, we'll love you. People don't ever say, well, we love the homeless. And half the time, it's not even the homeless. I've worked with homeless. It's not their fault they're out there. Half of them are ex-military who are so fucked up in the head. Hate to say it like that, but they're fucked up in the head, and they come back home, and society has just really fucked with them, period. If they don't want to deal with it no more, they'd rather be homeless away from people than be around society again. That's why I do my best to try to be a good human being, because I ain't gonna lie, folks in Prescott, I say Prescott, I mean Prescott and Prescott Valley. Them some motherfuckers, man. That's all I got to say about that. What else we got here? Big Daddy, how many people did you love? Shit. Okay. I'm guessing that you mean probably from like a non-family perspective. I have loved 1, 2, 3 women. 4. Okay, if we're talking about die hard love, I have loved 3 women in my life. That's it. I have absolutely loved 3 women who I would have done anything for. 2 were ex-wives, and 1 is another one, and I'll keep that one to myself. Love to me, was always jaded because I saw a lot of bullshit growing up, among my family, how I thought love should be. I used to think love, you were supposed to be promiscuous and fuck everything in sight and, other shit. For a long time, I thought love to me was, the typical male bullshit. You can get as much pussy as you can. Fuck this girl, blah blah blah. Get this notch underneath your belt. That test. That's a test of your manhood. And it got so bad to the point where I was actually fucking around with other people's, wives. It was that bad. That's what I thought love was, and that's not love. That's stupidity. Because I'm really surprised I'm alive. I'm not gonna lie. I'm surprised I'm alive doing that shit. So there's 3 people I loved in my life, and they did their best to show me. Well, one really did. One really showed me what love was like, what love was about. She taught me love, and I'm grateful for her for it. I'm grateful to her for it. I can't even talk. I'm mumbling this shit. I'm grateful as all hell. The other 2, I'm grateful as all hell too, because they showed me exactly what type of love I don't have to accept in my life. I want good old fashioned, man, woman love, and just, will I ever have kids again? I don't know. I've learned to stop saying never say never, because when I do, the never happens every single fucking time. It always happens. All I'll say is that I can do my best to prevent it. And I'm doing my best to prevent loving the wrong people, because I do have that habit, even though my heart's on my sleeve. But I've learned that my love is not for everybody. And I know that's not totally on the subject what was asked, so I'm going to move on from that one. Big Daddy, how many countries have you traveled to? So far, just one. Mexico. Been to Rocky Point a few times. Went across the border a few times to Nogales, around Tijuana, and of course last year when I went to was it last year? How old am I now? 51. Shit, that was a year and a half ago, huh? Yeah. So when I turned 50, I went to Ensenada, Mexico. I went over there to see if it had been a place that, I wanted to move to. There's a lot of expats who live over there, and them fuckers are stupid. That's all I gotta say. Them fuckers are stupid. Well, not all of them, but the majority of the expats over there, they're fucking stupid. Okay, especially ones from America. They went down there thinking that, they still got to cater to us like we live in America. No, dude, you were living under completely different rules. Mexican government don't give 2 shits about you. They give a shit about your money. Okay, even though Ensenada was pretty well protected, had some federales around on the corner sometimes, and they gave out the cartel alert, which I'm not gonna lie, that kind of made me nervous when I got that one time. Just chilling, folks. That's all I was doing. Next thing you know how you get like the public service announcements like on the phone when they do the tests and stuff like that. Hell no, I got one that was a bona fide. It was in Spanish, and then it did the English one, warning Americans that be on cartel alert, blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, that bad, huh? And next thing I know, almost on every and their street corners, they're blocks, they're long. They're like not Phoenix long, but they're kind of long. And on almost every other corner, they had federales, black and green truck, guys with machine guns, kind of looking around, patrolling the area. But they were nice. I'd walk past them, I'd nod at them. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Hola, señor, ¿cómo estás? Enjoy Mexico. Thank you. I did. I enjoyed it. I felt safe. I know, even though I still kept my head on the swivel, a van would pass by and I would get nervous. But for the most part, I felt safe. It was some of the American expats who were, oh my God, we got to go through this shit again, blah blah blah, and me, I, me. This ain't about you, motherfucker. Just relax. I'm gonna visit other countries soon. Once I start getting back on my feet and making the money like I was before, and doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I have some trips in mind. Do I know how to save money for these certain trips now? Do I know how to make sure that everything is cut the fuck off in order to make sure that I'm living my best life? Absolutely, because my life is not meant to pay bills. I'll help people, but it's not meant to pay fucking bills and shit like that, and be out of pocket. So I don't know. The only thing I have to do is hey, well, I guess you can't go anywhere if you ain't got no money. That's something. Okay, that's something I'm gonna touch on. No, to me that was a good question, but yeah, I told myself I wasn't gonna try to be any negative shit, and I'm not being negative. This is something I've noticed. Me being still since I've been back, I've learned how to be still again and receive the messages I'm supposed to be receiving. I've been blocking out, and now that I've had the chance to actually sit down and just go get some fresh air, be away from everything, and just come out into the woods and just sit by myself and just feel the messages. I've learned that it's okay to be who I am. It's okay, folks, for you to be who you are. You're going to outgrow people. You're not going to be on the same level anymore. Okay. If you're the same person you were 5 years ago, you didn't learn a fucking thing. Hate to tell you like that, but you didn't learn a fucking thing. You're supposed to grow. You're supposed to change for your own betterment. You're not supposed to stay stuck in the rut to satisfy other people because you want to be I'm part of the crew. I'm part of the hood. I'm part of this. I'm part of that. Man, fuck that. I'm not part of anything but life. Life has taught me so many valuable lessons. I don't even know where to begin. Maybe that'll be my next podcast. Matter of fact, no, I've learned not to say that anymore. I will do that on my next podcast. I promise you. All the lessons life has taught me lately, I'm going to talk about. But for now, I just want to tell y'all, do you. Be the best you can. Help where you can, but that doesn't mean you be enslaved or emboldened to help. You're not supposed to do that. Okay? If people are helping you, yeah, help them out back. Don't feel obligated, but unless they feel like, hey, you know what? You don't owe me shit. It's all good. This is what we do for each other. But if you got people in your life who, just make sure you pay me back. Pay them back and don't ask them no more. Because those are the people who I feel want you to be, underneath their boot heel. And I don't like that. I don't fucking like that. I've seen that a lot lately. I've seen that among people, businesses, just different aspects. And unless you help each other out because you want to, then don't fucking help. It's just that simple. Just don't fucking help. And I'm sorry for my language. I told myself I wasn't going to cuss so much like I used to, and I've actually feel like I've done pretty good on this one. But folks, continue to grow, continue to strive, block out the noise, and just keep moving forward. Easier said than done. Yes, I know, but sometimes you really do got to sit still. You do got to listen to what life is trying to tell you. There is no greater lesson that life will teach you than what your heart can teach you. You don't always have to look outside, of yourself. You don't always have to read a Bible, look at a book, look at a lesson, read a quote or something. Everything is within you. If you just take the time just to listen, you have all the answers. Your heart will guide you in the right direction. But you got to listen. You got to sit still for a minute. Take a deep breath. Do some meditation. That's why meditation is there. It's just to help you, just to gather your thoughts. But I know a lot of folks, I've tried to help people do meditation, and they couldn't sit their asses still for no more than 60 seconds. Oh, I don't like this. Of course you don't, because you're actually having to listen. You actually have to, look at the shit that's bugging you, and you've just gone on auto for so long. That's all you know. But hey, I'll help you when you're ready. No, I don't admonish people anymore. And, oh man, fuck that, man. You got to get your shit straight. I'm that friend where, I'll be your spiritual counselor. I will. I'm also that friend where if you came to me, hey, these motherfuckers are tripping out, man. We got to go. I need some shit handled. I'll grab the gun and go with you. I'm also that friend who will tell you, yeah, dude, no, you're fucking up. Okay? You got a family, but yet you're doing this. And do you really feel you should be doing this? Even though I go against what I tell people sometimes, do you really feel? No. How do you feel about all this situation going on? Why do you need this? Why do you feel like your needs come before your families? I don't give a damn how hard you work. Sometimes you got to put shit aside in order to make sure others are taken care of first, especially your family. I've seen a lot of my friends do that. And sometimes I'll say something, but a lot of times I've just given up. I've just like, you know what? It's their lives, their families. Let them do whatever the fuck they want to. Just be here for when they come crying. A lot of them do come crying. I hate to say it like that, but it's the damn truth. They come crying. I'm also that friend who will just sit still with you while you bitch and complain and not say nothing because you just need to get it out your system. I've done that a lot over my years. I've been the protector. I've been the spiritual advisor. I've been the ride or die. I've played several roles. And where has it gotten me? A sense of peace. As long as I know I can help people my way, that's all that matters. How you help people, if you feel satisfied by that, if you feel like you can, sleep at night, so to speak, then do you. But in the meantime, live this life the best way you can. Avoid. I've been avoiding these bitter ass people lately. And sometimes I go on social media, I see a lot of my friends, they post these just angry, bitter ass posts. And sometimes I'm just like, oh yeah, I've been there. I know what happened. You're going through heartbreak. You're going through this. This happened to you. This happened to you. And 9 times out of 10, I'm right. Just love them where they're at. Be there for them if you want to be. If they'll actually not be there for them if you want to be there if they'll allow you to. Because I notice a lot of people are starting to get really tight circled. So don't try to interfere with their circle. Don't try to interfere with their life. Just be on the outskirts. And if they let you in, cool. If they don't, cool. Keep doing you. Avoid the bullshit. Cool. All right, folks, I love you. I'm going to call it quits. There's a whole many more questions I could answer, but you know what? I feel like I've answered enough. Gotta say something for next time, especially for the next podcast. I promise you, I'm going to answer questions on what life taught me. That should be pretty good. All right. In the meantime, go have a goddamn adventure. Go live your best life. Smile more. And damn it, have sex. Let me know how it is because I haven't had sex in a while. I forgot what it's like. What a way to end the podcast. All right, y'all. Have a good day. Love you again. And mwah, peace.